Well, welcome to Noel's World of Whiskey, and what do we have here? We got our new digs. So this is our change of season here, and we moved to another area. What are we going to do today? Well, besides, enjoying our new digs here, and bear with me because I've got to get myself into a comfortable zone here. GlenAllachie, Billy Walker's company. Actually, Billy Walker, Trish Savage, and Graham Stevenson. Trish Savage had worked with Billy Walker for a good number of years, and of course we all know Billy Walker, 40 plus years of experience in the industry. He's in his early days with Hiram Walker, Deanston, Tobermory. The more recent and probably the more famous distilleries that he's been connected to was, of course, BenRiach Distillery, and of course GlenDronach. And the one that he really wanted to get up and running there, but they ended up selling out the business a little before he had the opportunity, and that was Glenglassaugh. That's enough of that for now. What we're looking at is I'm going to show you the three that I will eventually be reviewing. We have the 15, GlenAllachie, and of course the one that really put GlenAllachie on the map, because really the first one that really took off, I think, was the 12-year-old. And of course the whiskey of the year, the 10-year-old, the batch 4. So let's start on the 12. We're going to start in the middle. So 12-year-old GlenAllachie. Not a lot I can really say other than typically GlenAllachie has always, like, it was off the map. Nobody knew about it because it was used for blends, and then of course the other thing too is that it was shut down a lot. It wasn't always operating. So I think it was 1967 when it was a state-of-the-art distillery designed to be an energy saver. I think it was all gravity fed. But anyways, GlenAllachie 12. By the time they were able to get this one off the ground, it started to. It was turning the heads of the reviewers, and that's how I kind of got into it. I think it was Ralphie that I'm reading one of his reviews. But anyways, so we're going to give this one a pour, and we'll start off with the nose and our new digs, and just got to get comfortable with this new spot here. And I don't know how long this one will last, but anyways, the nose. Lots of fruit. Fresh fruit. And of course we know that Billy Walker loves his cask finishing. That's what it's all about, finishing the whiskey properly. And oh, that's nice. Floral notes. And of course the sherry influence is there. So I believe first fill bourbon casks, and of course finished in sherry casks. My understanding of some of the huge storage facility at GlenAllachie, and my understanding there's casks that date back to the 70s in there. So oh, that's nice. So again, pears and apples, strawberries, quite a nice nose. Now this is 46% ABV, and Believe Billy Walker will not produce anything that has coloring in it. His trademark is non-chill filtered, no coloring. I don't think any of his whiskeys are below 40, 46. So he does some cask strengths. That's the world champion there, the cask strength 10. Anyways, the palate. Lots of sweetness. We have our fruit coming through. As I had mentioned in the nose there, it is very prominent in the palate as well. So you've got your pears. I'm going to go with the strawberries, maybe even a bit of banana. So there could be even a bit of a mix of our tropical fruit influence there. So, but lots of fruit. Good coating on the tongue. What kind of legs have we got here? So we definitely have some thickness to the legs, you know. So and a nice color. I don't know if the camera can see that color there, but it's natural color. I'm going to just top up that palate there. This time I'm actually getting the stewed pears, stewed fruit. Yeah, but just a very slight bit of an alcohol bite there, but it is a fairly smooth presentation in terms of, like, it's not sharp. There is some spices that are coming on. We're getting a little bit of the nutmeg, some pepper in the background. But I'm going to go for the finish. So the finish. Yeah, the spices are now coming on a little bit, so we are getting a little bit of, maybe a little bit of the malt mixed in with the spices. They're not super hot spices, but we are getting a little bit of, maybe even a slight bit of the cinnamon, the hot cinnamon in the background there, but definitely the nutmeg and the pepper. I'm going to say that this is a medium finish. It's not a long finish. Somewhere in the short medium, you know. But yeah, we'll say medium, short, medium, something like that would be good. Overall, pretty nice drink. I will get a price on this. I'm trying to remember what I paid for it, but around the $100 range, I think. So, anyways, we're gonna get the water out. We're gonna play around with a bit of water in this and see how it is with water. Usually, I can give you a little bit of history. I did a lot of cram research on Billy Walker, even though I've done a lot of reading on it through the years there, but just to kind of prepare myself for the video. And you know, I did learn something new about him that you know, and I think it was just I didn't realize that he was the Trisha Savage was his basically his assistant. So you know, we see his name on, you know, a lot of different distilleries, and of course, you know, his fame was GlenDronach. I mean, trying to get a bottle of GlenDronach now, and there was a time it was easy to get. I think he was ready to retire. He hadn't quite finished what his original focus was. You know, I think the GlenDronach or the BenRiach business sold before he really wanted to sell it. Of course, he was a shareholder in that. So I think this is kind of completing his journey, I guess, is GlenAllachie. But like a lot of those guys, that they have that love for what they do, he'll probably just keep going. So, anyways, we've added a little bit of water, a few drops of water there, and brings out more of those stewed pears, the fruit. Yeah, it's a really fruity drink. There's no question about that. It's I think this is typical of Billy Walker. You know, the way he finishes his finishing casks and that are to, you know, produce some layers. Okay, to the palate. Well, it certainly opened up the not just the sweetness, but we're actually getting more of the strawberries now. Strawberries mixed with maybe even some allspice. I'm getting a little bit of the wood and nice coating on the tongue. Overall, I'd say the water, I don't know how much, sometimes you look at water as essential part of a drink. This one might be as good without the water as it is with the water. I think it depends on your palate. I'm not saying that the water didn't help it, but it doesn't seem to be bringing out as much as I was expecting. So I didn't put a lot of water in it. We'll try it again here. It is definitely it's kind of taken the spices down a notch again. And like usually what water does, it does sweeten it. So I didn't even bother to mention that because it always seems to sweeten it up. But maybe focus more on, I'm not getting as many fruit. I'm not getting as many layers of fruit it seems now. So maybe that's what my message is. If you're adding the water, just don't overdo it, you know, because it seemed to have just kind of taken a few of the layers of the fruit away from the drink. But anyways, overall, it's a pretty good presentation from Billy Walker. This one here I've worked on for a while. When you have a bottle that you've, you know, this is what, bottle number 2, and you can see it's been like this for quite a while. And there's a slight bit of an oxidation going in. And I think I have to watch how much water I add when you have, well, a 46, you should be able to add a few drops. But certainly I wouldn't add too much water to something like this. Maybe a new bottle, yes, for sure. But this one here is, I think, already starting to oxidize a bit. So you know, it's mellowing out, and maybe the water, what it did sweeten it up as we expect, but it took away some of the spices, and it just limited the amount of fruit presentation. So that's personal thing. My palate, I wouldn't add the water. So, but a score on this one here. This guy here, I'm going to give it an 85. That's where I'm going to put it. So. And it's somewhere between an 84 and an 85, and I've been drinking this for some time, and that's where I look at it as a player. So it is it's a GlenAllachie. It's a 12-year-old GlenAllachie. We have the wizard Billy Walker behind it. So I think that a lot of you will like it. I don't think it's not really a heavy hitter, but it does have a couple of good. I'll say a couple of good sharp notes there in its spices, and it does have some good fruit presentations. So there you are. We'll give it an 85. And so until the next time, I'm going to ask you to drink wisely, drink intelligently, do not drink and drive. So much.